What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Team Solemn Circus video. Today we're going over Unchained. This is a deck that has got hit on the recent ban list, as you guys know, RIP our Shawarma. But we do have a new card in the Phantom Nightmare set that dropped, which is going to be very cool. This is going to be the deck I was going to be playing at locals this weekend, but unfortunately, we did get hit with a snowstorm, therefore our locals could not open. We didn't get to have the sneak peek as well, which is very rough for us, I guess. But we did get to snag a few boxes, or I guess one box, which is pretty nice. You guys saw that on the channel. Before we dive into the like, comment, subscribe, helps the channel a lot. We are going to be explaining some of the stuff. This is obviously just testing. I'm not showing my side deck because I'm still going to be taking this to locals, and I want to be showing you guys the results, I guess. So be prepared for an updated version as well on the deck. So we're going to be starting off with the Tour Guide of the Underworld. This is going to be your best normal summon. Still be able to summon out your monsters. This time you don't always have to summon out the Rhino. You can also summon out the one copy of the Rakea. I know some people have like bumping this up to 3 and then putting these down to 1, but I really don't agree with that. I think that like still having a 1-card combo is very nice. You know, being able to go for your Rhino. A Rhino is not going to always be the most useful now, but so you can if you have like other cards in your hand, which we're going to mention in a second here. We are still playing the 3 Arua and of course the 1 Shavara. You guys get a little spoiler. We are playing this card. So the reason why I don't think that this should be cut from the deck is because if you have this in your hand, you can go Tour Guide, summon out probably the Rakea or the Arua here, and then you can actually you can link away for a Yama, get the effects, whatever you want. You can still go for this, but if you really want to, you can go Berserk Archfiend, and then pop, let's say you have both of these, you can pop both of these on the field, which is really nice. You'll also pop just one of them, so like be able to go like normal summon this, get out the Arua, activate the Berserk Archfiend, destroy this, summon itself out, get the effect, summon out like a Shavara. You can immediately go into a copy of your Caesar, which is really nice. It lets you play through Nib, or I guess around Nib. You can say you can also go for your copy of Shyama. But like if you don't have this in your hand, you obviously want to go for your Rhino play, and then you can just link it to Yama. This can then send, and you have a bunch of other stuff you can play as well, which is why I still think it's absolutely mandatory to play. Then we are playing the 3. This is Shawarma, but not a quick effect. So this card is the new card. It also is really important to mention that this doesn't have to destroy the summon. It just has to activate, because it says, and if you do, it doesn't say if you do. So you can go like Berserk Archfiend, target a card, chain link 2, activate Shavara, target the same card, and then this will actually destroy it, summon itself out. Then you will summon this out as well. And then you have your 2 level 6s on the field, which is really nice to play. It also can like beat over stuff going second, which is really cool. You can leave it on the field and get your stuff. Now we're playing the 1 Sharama as well as the 1 Shayama. I'm still playing the Disaster Dog as well as the Abomination. So the reason why we are playing only 1 Shayama, I know a lot of players are bumping it up to 2. I don't think it's necessary with the copy of Berserk Archfiend. Obviously, if you don't want to be playing Berserk Archfiend and you want to cut the Rhino, you can 100% bump this up to 2. This Disaster is still, I want to say like now it's even more mandatory than ever. But like I find this card still very good, helps you link away your opponent's monsters. We're going to see Flu being very popular in this next coming format, as well as, you know, being destroying stuff. And this deck does enjoy destroying things, so having like a different way to just like summon this out, link it away, and like go immediately for a rage is just really nice. Now we have the DDD package. Sorry to me, I'm losing my voice. Or the DDD package here. This card is going to be a Night Extender for your copies of the Gates, which is really nice. Able to pop anything on the field, which is really cool. Pretty mandatory now. Then we're moving into hand traps. This is personal preference. We're playing 3 Ash and 3 Imperm. So I want it to be, this deck is really good when you bring it down to the level and like slow it down. You can 100% cut Ash Blossoms for Troll and Knockbirds. I don't want to say that's wrong, but I haven't really tested it out. I don't want to feel like a good Ash is just really good right now. And like everyone's like, oh, well, yeah, well, if people stop playing Ash, Brand Espe is going to come back. We have a few branded players at our locals. So I do understand and respect completely the deck, as well as hitting Labyrinth, which is a really difficult matchup for us as well. If they're able to like set like rollback and start getting rid of multiple recursions. So having like an Ash Blossom just never really hurts. And of course, Infinite Impermanence is just Infinite Impermanence. Doesn't play in the talents, which is why we're playing that. Then we are playing the 3 Abomination Prisons, as well as the 3 Unchained Prosperities, and then the 3 Dark Contracts. So this is like really just your standard package. This card is an Unchained card, which is just really nice. You know, being able to destroy and search, having to be able to use both effects. This just being a consistency piece when Caesar's linked off or whatever. You're pretty much never losing in time, which is nice, or tying in time, I should say. If you are tying in time and you have the play, you're doing something wrong and you should just stop playing the deck, or you're a slow player. I'll call you out right here and then. Like you can just link away, go for this. Like you should never be tying in time unless you just don't have a turn. And then of course we have the prison, so it searches for your stuff. Then for the follow-up cards, these are cards that are like not mandatory, but you definitely can change it up. I'm playing the talents as well as the Call by the Grave. So I was never a huge fan of the talents, but with how the meta is going around right now, I would rather have these two cards plus a Call by the Grave than like another copy of a hand trap. So like the reason why is I want to rip their cards. I want to be able to take their monsters. I'm going second. A lot of the times if you end up going like through their stuff, this deck isn't great anymore. You know, you don't have your copy of Shavara's to continue your grind game. So like drawing cards never too bad. Obviously, you know, it's not the greatest. I mentioned in other deck profiles. In this deck, because you only have like one extender plus two extenders, I guess you can call Berserk Archfiend a third extender. But when you're only playing one of these, does this really count as the extender? So like obviously ripping their hand or taking one of their cards on the field is really nice. Helps you able to link up as well, which is really cool. And then Call with the Grave is just Call with the Grave. And then for the final, we are playing the triple traps and the 2 abomination. I kind of want to bump this up to 3, to be honest. I just don't know what else I would be playing instead. Like what I would cut. This obviously is blackout, which is really nice. But like just having like the trap generically, I don't think that wailing is really good right now. Nor is thrust. Like thrust is still a good card, but I'm not the biggest fan of it because, you know, what are you going to search? But definitely like up to you guys. You can play whatever you want to play. I'm not playing the Fenris either because I just don't find that I really want to be playing it in Div more, which is fine. But we're going to move on to the extra deck. We're playing the 2 Yamas. I did want to bump this up to 3, but I just couldn't really figure out what I would do instead for it. We are still playing the 2 Soul of Rage, very standard. Your main line is going for this. Having this in Caesar pretty much wins the game. You have your Anguish and your Abomination. Link up, link up, link up. Blow up stuff. Very nice. Then for the utility cards, we do have the Muckraker as well as the Nightmare Unicorn, as well as the 2 SP Little Knights and then the 2 Caesars. So the reason why we're playing double of these is because like this format is like really grindy if you really want it to be. A lot of times you will have another additional turn. So going for like an SP turn 0, getting rid of some stuff, having that like being able to interrupt, going for your Rage SP, a lot of times they'll like beat over your SP. Having another copy of it is just really, really good. Especially because you can just go into it so easily with this deck. You know, even if like you go at this, go into this, or you go for Yama, and then you go for your Rage, and then you have Rage Caesar, you go activate their effect, link away with their monster, go for SP Little Knight, get the effect Banish, and then during your opponent's turn, they end up like doing something. You can go like Yama Banish itself, summon back the Rage, link away from one of your monsters, go for Anguish, Anguish plus another one of their monsters, go for SP Little Knight. Just feels absolutely amazing. As well as like also having, after turn 0, having Disaster Dog gonna be able to go into SP Little Knight feels really nice. As well after you already gone through your SP. They don't really expect it, and it's like, I have a second copy, so why not play it? The 2 Caesars is because I didn't know what other card I wanted to play. I don't think it's necessarily mandatory, but it is like a nice option if you want to get rid of it with Prosperity. It's really cool. We are still playing the Devised King Machinex. You have to play it for the package, and then of course you're playing the anime package, the Zeus and Typhon. So this is really easy to slap onto your board, especially if you have Berserk Archfiend bumping up its attack. You can just slap this on. Not much will be able to beat over that. Or be over that, so you can just easily slap it. And then of course Zeus is Zeus. A lot of times you can go for like Caesar, and then Caesar, you know, if you really can beat over stuff, you want to then go for your Zeus line, wipe the field, and then you can go for a second Caesar as well later, which is why we're playing 2 of it, which is really nice to play. And even if you go for like Machinex beat over something, going second, and then Sky Thunder, you know, not activating any effects is really nice. But yeah, that's just your 15 card extra deck. Obviously, there is room for changes. I would probably cut down the second Caesar for a copy of the 3rd Yama, perhaps. But we shall see with testing, which goes on more and more every day. And if you guys have anything you guys would have changed in the deck profile, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I want to see some more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.